Paid collect call from
Shavis.
an incarcerated individual at
The Louisiana State Penitentiary.
This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse charges, press thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yo.
Yo, what's going on, my man?
Oh, what's up, my man?
It's all right, man. I got my man Shavis, Toby on the phone, live from Angola prison, serving a life sentence right now. It's a big case, a lot going on with the case, man. First of all, man, how life been treating you out there in Angola, man?
It ain't all peaches and creams, but hey, it's another day. I gotta walk one foot ahead of the other.
Right, man. I know that's a crazy situation, bro. You hear a whole lot of stuff about Angola. I know they actually be living in there. I know the situation's crazy, bro. So,
Real crazy.
yeah, man. How long you been down now?
I've been in jail since 2018. I was locked up in Lafayette, and me and my co-defender, which was my brother, and from the beginning the case was humbuggish because they refused to give us a bond, and every single time we went for bond hearings, and it was always denied, and they came with different things about, anything. They came up with anything not to give us a bond. So we stayed there for 3 years awaiting trial, and after being found guilty, I've been in Angola now for 2 years.
Been 2 years. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so you got convicted for that murder in that trial.
Yeah, I got convicted for it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. So I mean, were there any eyewitnesses or anything in the case?
Yeah, they had eyewitnesses on the case, but none of them pinpointed me or my co-defendant. They had the eyewitness that was, mere feet away, and one of them was the victim's girlfriend, and she stated she seen a tall, slim black guy running out of the yard, and which was another individual who was across the street that gave a same statement, not a similar, he gave a same statement to officers at separate times, and he said it was a tall, slim black guy ran from the scene. Nah, I'm not tall, slim, and I'm 5'9", 230 pounds. My co-defendant was 5'9", 240 pounds.
Right.
And when asked, one of the witnesses that I guess was familiar with my co-defendant, if it was him, she literally told the detectives, "I'm positive it's not him." So if you positive it's not him, and we same height, same build, then you got to be positive it's not me.
Wow. Oh, see, I didn't know that. So they had somebody that said they was positive that wasn't. Yeah, see, I didn't know.
Yeah, they was positive that it wasn't my co-defendant that was running from the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, by them being familiar with my co-defendant, they automatically knew it wasn't him. So if you put both of us in a lineup, which we was never put in a lineup to see if we fit the description, that's another faulty police mix up there, because they never put us in a lineup.
Right. Man, that's crazy, bro. Cause man, I kind of remember the time, like I remember I was in Florida. We was doing some work out there, and it was out there that the guy got killed, and then it popped up. I want to say probably I forgot how long it was after that, but then we just searching on the internet, and they had Joe picture as the suspect. I'm like, whoa, You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, for the record, I know you. We not blood, but we damn near like cousins or something. I personally know you. So when I saw that, I'm like, whoa, that messed me up. You know what I'm saying? So I heard there was like supposedly some DNA or something left on the scene. What's the deal with that?
Exactly what you said, supposedly. Um, the crime scene technician um, stated that she went around the scene numerous times and gathered up everything she can find. Everything she could find. And I guess after collecting all the evidence that she put in the evidence bag, she was called away from the scene like hours later to go retrieve the victim's clothing from the hospital. And undoubtedly, supposedly, one of the detectives happened to walk around the scene and find just a piece of a tip of a glove, supposedly with my DNA on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that was the deal with the deal. So they found a glove with a tip of a glove?
It's literally a tip of the fingernail of a glove that your crime scene technician, who is advanced and expert in this, didn't find. But you mean to tell me hours later when she leaves the scene of the crime, one of your detectives just happened to stumble on it?
Wow.
And the bad thing about it was all the evidence was placed the next day after the crime. The DNA wasn't sent till 13 days later.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. So it was were there any other potential suspects in this case?
Numerous. And it was the DNA expert got on the stand and said that there was another potential suspect that fit the description and everything. She said, but Lafayette Parish detectives told her, don't even worry about running his DNA.
Wow. Yeah, that's a crazy that's a crazy situation, man.
See, the internet played a big old part in this. And I guess by the internet playing a big part, they already had who they wanted for the crime. And Lafayette detectives, instead of doing their job, they just went on with, I guess, the latest hype.
Yeah. I remember the whole internet. Yeah, the internet definitely went crazy on that. In that situation. I saw a lot of it. Everything people were saying, putting. That's why I say, we heard the internet part, we heard everybody else part. Now we get to hear your side. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So you think the internet definitely played a big part in the, conviction with the hype of everything, what everybody was saying?
Subject to recording and monitoring. This is a call from an offender at a Louisiana Department of Corrections facility.
Trust me, my brother, the internet played a significant part in it because 99% of the jury had already heard about the case. If not from the news, they stated in court from the internet. Because once you do a jury selection, they ask, do they have any knowledge of the case? And like I said, out of all the prospective jurors, 99% of them heard of it from the internet. A few heard of it from the news, but 99% heard it from the internet. And the internet played so much of a big part in this case that the judge himself had to put an order in trial while we was going through trial to say that if anybody was to post or get on the internet with something about this trial, that he was going to do what he see fit to do to them.
Right. So the judge was trying to stop people from posting and doing all that on the internet.
Yeah, he was trying to stop him. And it wasn't our side that was posted on the internet. It was from the victim's side.
And condolence to the, victim family. It's a crazy situation. You lost someone, you got someone locked up. So you saying you innocent. You didn't commit this crime.
Very much so. And I feel to believe, again, me personally, I don't feel like nobody was supposed to lose their life to no kind of violence, especially gun violence. I'm not a big advocate of gun violence, but hey, I don't feel like nobody should lose their life to gun violence. But I feel like, and I do give my condolences to the family because they lost a loved one.
Right.
And I feel like if the Lafayette Police Department detectives would have done their job adequately, I would never be in jail right now.
So what was the deal? I read up on it a little bit. What was the deal with the judge that was on the case?
It's Raw Coben. Grew up in the same city where I'm from, and basically, I grew up in the same household with the judge, and it was at a point in time in my life where I was giving my mom trouble, and like the average juvenile, got kicked out. And I stayed with the judge's mama for at least 6-7 months.
Okay.
And I think by me and him knowing each other real closely, I don't think he was supposed to be on the case no matter what. He was supposed to recuse himself from the case automatically by him having a personal relationship with me and my co-defendant.
Wow. Now some other stuff I looked up. It said your vehicle was supposedly used in that crime.
Again, this is inefficient by Lafayette detectives. They showed a video of a vehicle in court. I know my vehicle, and I couldn't tell if the vehicle on the video was a Jeep, which was supposedly mine, which was a Corvette, was it a Cutlass, a Regal? You couldn't tell. You couldn't see the license plate. You couldn't see who was in the car. And the district attorney constantly told the jurors, there goes his vehicle right there. Instead of saying, here goes the vehicle. So you basically putting in the jury's head, that's my vehicle right there on the screen.
This call is subject to recording and monitoring. This is a call from an offender at a Louisiana Department of Corrections facility. You have 1 minute left.
And that's the crazy part about it, because Lafayette detectives went to different parts of Lafayette and say, here goes his vehicle again. Here goes his vehicle again. But when the video was rewinded, it wasn't at the same time that they was trying to show the same vehicle. So it's like they were just picking a vehicle at random saying, there goes his vehicle again.
Wow. Crazy situation, man.
The caller has hung up. An incarcerated individual at the Louisiana State Penitentiary. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept charges and consent, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sorry about that.
Nah, ain't no problem, man. Yeah, so the jurors, so basically you feel like you didn't get a fair trial.
Nah, I know I didn't get a fair trial, because when you speak on the jurors again, we was given a a panel of jurors. We pick few jurors from one panel. We pick a few from another. And when we got like to the third panel, we only had picked 2 jurors. So we was like at 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find anymore. That was, we felt would have been fair. The judge called for me and my co-defendant and our attorneys to go into his chambers.
Mm-hmm.
Made a statement on record. Either y'all go back and y'all pick some from out that panel, or I'm going to pick them myself.
Wow.
So he basically didn't give us no option to say, hey, let us get a fair trial.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of him, Lafayette, I think, is the 15th judicial. And I guess they got Lafayette and surrounding areas, I think, like Rain and Church Point and Crawley and all that fits in that area, in that system. And he only picked jurors just from Lafayette. So it's basically saying, I'm giving you a jury, your peers, right here from where the victim was from.
So your court defendant ended up getting out of jail, right?
Yeah, my co-defendant right now is out of jail because the Third Circuit said we was originally arrested for second degree homicide. Then once we got in jail, after we was indicted for second degree homicide and conspiracy. So I was convicted of the homicide and the conspiracy. My co-defendant, which is my brother, in this case, was only convicted of conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
Third Circuit came with less than a year later after the conviction saying, hey, there's not enough evidence to convict on the conspiracy. Because if you look it up, conspiracy is a joining of 2 minds to commit a crime.
Mm-hmm.
To people who don't know what that means, it's 2 or more people getting together to commit a crime. And nowhere in the trial, Lafayette could show that a conspiracy was made to do anything. They said what they tried to use was, I'm talking about the conspiracy part of the trial, was lasted 5 minutes. Me and my co-defendant called each other on the day that the victim was killed.
Mm-hmm.
And they used a 30-second phone call, a 25-second phone call, and a 15-second phone call. So the Third Circuit saying, you mean to tell me with them second phone calls, that's enough for 2 people to say, hey, they going to commit this crime?
Right.
So they overturned his case.
Yep. So I mean, what being that this case got overturned, I mean, you think that opened any doors for you?
Well, in the eyes of the beholder, it automatically supposed to do something for me. But the courts, they take their time when you innocent and you trying to get out.
Right.
So they take their time and make you stay in jail even longer for something that you had nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm.
So if my co-defendant, if the Third Circuit said, which is a higher court than Lafayette, that my co-defendant didn't conspire to commit no crime, then that automatically says, well, the person he was charged with, conspiring with, can't be guilty either.
It's a crazy situation, man.
The bad thing is my attorney situation.
Mm-hmm.
I was hired an attorney, which I felt was best for my case.
Mm-hmm.
What I felt was best for my case. Hold on 1 second. And Lafayette built some trumped up charges on me while I was in the jail.
Mm-hmm.
And they built some trumped up charges on me while I was housed in Lafayette Parish Correctional Jail, and they made my attorney, which was Harry Daniels, get off my case. Yeah, they made him get off my case. And by them making him get off my case, I had to hire another attorney who I didn't feel comfortable with.
Right. So how?
Yeah, they made him get off my case and made me hire another attorney that I felt like wasn't going to do an adequate enough job. I wasn't ready to go to trial with this attorney. And he basically told the judge, hey, I'm not ready to go to trial yet. The judge refused to give him a continuance. 9 days before the trial started, the district attorney of Lafayette supposedly brought more evidence in. So my attorney said, Yana, I'm not ready to go to trial because they just sprung some evidence on me. Judge said your motion is denied.
Wow. So what? How did they stop me? Because Harry's a real good lawyer. How did it come to the point where they could have stopped Harry from being your lawyer?
It was something else that, like I said, it was more trumped up charges that I don't think I'm eligible to get into right now.
Yeah.
But it was thinking that Harry would have been a conflict of interest.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Once Harry was taken off my case and I was given this other lawyer, and trial started, in the middle of trial, the other charges that I'm talking about was automatically dismissed.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of a crazy situation. If they made you switch lawyers, but didn't make you get another judge, you know?
Exactly. That's my point. You made me get another lawyer when it was in favor for you, but when it's in favor for me and my co-defendant, you left the same judge on.
So, where you at right now, like, with the case? You still fighting it, trying to get the time back? Like, you file an appeal?
Yeah, I'm on appeal right now, and I'm on appeal right now in the same Third Circuit that overturned my brother's case, denied mine. Wow. So that's another thing with the courts. How you overturn his.
This call is subject to recording and monitoring. This is a call from an offender at a Louisiana Department of Corrections facility.
How you overturn his when, like I say, we on the same case, we got the same charge with the trial together. His overturned and mine wasn't. So I'm looking at it as whether or not me and my co-defendant, which if you would have dropped mine, you automatically had to drop his. That goes without saying. And like I said, my condolences again to the family. And I guess after the trial, they felt like they found justice or they got justice. You don't have justice yet. And this is me to the family. You ain't received justice yet. Because the person that done that to your child is still out there. So by me being in jail, you ain't received justice. You got a substitute for justice. And until they find the right person that did it, you ain't got justice yet.
You have you have kids. How many kids you have?
I have 3.
Yeah,
I have a 17-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So, and the victim's family saying that, at least my kids could come see me. But hey, why would I want my kids to come see me behind these walls when I'm innocent? So it's a total loss on both sides.
Yeah.
It's a total loss on both sides.
Yeah, it is, bro. It is, bro.
Because they lost a loved one, and my loved ones lost me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a loss on both sides, man. Crazy situation, bro. I mean, what?
But I have a support system, man. Support system is so good, man, that they keeping my head above water.
Yeah. Now, how important it is to have a support system in a situation that you're in right
Man, in any situation, it's good to have a support system.
Right.
But in this situation here, the support system is probably one of the best things you can have right now.
Right.
Knowing you in jail, incarcerated for something you haven't done. But when you got a support system that's basically yelling in your head constantly, keep your head up. It's almost over. Keep your head up. They're going to find out the truth. So I'm just leaning on that.
Right. I mean, what's a day like what's a day like in Angola, bro? I hear so much about Angola and all these crazy stories. Like, what's a day like in there?
You have 1 minute left.
I know it's a day that you don't want to. I know it's a day that you don't want to just be in here and just be around this day. When you got people half your age screaming and hollering at 4:30, 5 o'clock, telling you to get up, and at 8:30, 9 o'clock, telling you to go to sleep, and people telling you when to eat, people telling you when to shit. That's literally how it is. So there's no second guessing of is that really how it goes? Because that's how it goes.
This call is subject to recording and monitoring. This is a call from an offender at a Louisiana Department of Corrections facility.
Yeah, that's literally how it goes.
It's crazy, bro.
The caller has hung up. An incarcerated individual at the Louisiana State Penitentiary. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. If you would like, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Yo.
Yeah.
So it's really this everyday thing. This is an everyday thing with hollering and screaming, and you got the other inmates that's just here, man.
It's crazy, bro. I mean, tell us something else. What else you want? Tell us some other things you might want these people to know.
All I want to say is, man, it's best to watch yourself on every situation, right? Because right now, if you fit the description of criteria for anything, they label you as that person.
Right.
So, long hair, you can be wrongfully accused. As we can see now, short bill, tall bill, they label you as the accused. So if it's that easy for the system to take two people that's short and stocky and make them be tall, slim, then hey, anything can be done to anybody.
Right. And you got sentenced to what? They gave you a life sentence?
Yeah, they gave me life plus 30.
Life plus 30? Wow.
Yeah, life on a homicide charge and 30 for the conspiracy.
That's tough, man. Yeah, that's tough, bro. So, I mean, how you, how you felt when you got that time?
Man, felt. I don't know if I felt worse when I got the time or when I was arrested and charged with it.
Right.
Because, getting the time was a blow. But just being arrested and charged with something in jail for something that she didn't have nothing to do with, that was a blow right there. That was a big blow to the head.
Do now, you stay prayed up, bro. Keep fighting and keep pushing, if you know you claiming your innocence,
That's all I could do, big homie.
Damn, bro. I hate to see, like I said, my condolences to the family. I hate to see, somebody in jail. I hate to see them losing someone. The whole situation just, it's just crazy. But at the same time, I know how Louisiana laws play, man. Like I say, I don't know what happened in the case, but what I do know is, I know the Louisiana laws, they get down and dirty, bro. You know. So like, anybody trying to write you or contact you or anything, was the info on that?
Well, we use the GP system that they have, a GP system that we use, and is www.jp.com. And like I say, my name is Shavis Toby, and my DOC number, which you have to enter, is 382425. So anybody would like to get involved, then they can either use the JP system, and like I say, with my name, Shavis Toby, 382425.
Okay. And it's JP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, man. Thanks for your time, man.
It's all good. Anytime, bro. Anytime, man.
All right, thank you, my brother.
All right, Shavis.
All right.
All right.
The caller